This is a conversation I had with Shruti Satyan, who is travel and lifestyle content creator. Listen in. All right, it's time for the Travel Thursday segment. This is when we help you dream a little bit about the places that you'd like to visit. Of course, we're still contending with the COVID-19 pandemic, and I'm sure a lot of you have a list of places that you would like to visit over the course of the next several years, and this could very well find a place in that list. Joining me now is Shruti Satyan, who's a travel vlogger. Thank you so much, Shruti, for taking the time. And the place that you've selected is back home. It's in Karnataka. It is Chanapatna. Why is it that you've selected this place? What's so special about it?
Namaste and Namaskara from Karnataka. So the place that I've chosen today is Chanapatna. So Chanapatna is a very colorful city in the district of Ramnagara in Karnataka state. So the reason that I chose this place for you guys is because it has a very unique history. So we call it the Gombegala Uru, which means the town of toys. So Chanapatna is very famous for its wooden toys. Now, these wooden toys are not like any other toys that you would find in a market. It's very special. First of all, the history dates back to the 18th century when Tipu Sultan, the ruler of Mysore, invited certain Persian artists to come down and teach the art of toy making to our local artisans. And ever since then, Chanapatna artisans have been producing these beautiful toys. Now, if you ask me what's so special about these wooden toys, let me tell you that these wooden toys are made out of ivory wood, and they are used and the color that's used on this are natural vegetable dyes, and which, as you know, it's 100% handmade, and there you go. It's environment friendly, non-toxic, and very safe for the kids to use. So this is why I wanted to talk about this place, and the artisans here work with so much of passion and dedication towards these toy making. And for people like us who go and visit, trust me, it's treat to our eyes to go there and visit the factory and to see the entire procedure of this toy making.
All right, Shruti, so you've painted a really interesting picture, and certainly this seems to be the biggest attraction, toys. But how do you get there? You mentioned that this is in Karnataka. How do you get there?
Yeah, so Chanapatna is it actually lies between the capital city of Bengaluru and Mysore. So it's exactly 60 kilometers away from Bengaluru and 85 kilometers away from Mysore. So I would suggest doing a road trip if you're visiting Bengaluru or Mysore. But of course, Janapatna has its own railway station and it's very well connected, and Bengaluru International Airport is there and Mysore has its own airport. But a road trip sounds amazing to me because you can club a lot more attractions along with the Chanapatna toy factory.
Okay, so what about places to stay in Chanapatna? Or would you say that Chanapatna is something that you should do along with a couple of other places? You mentioned that the best way to get there would be by road, and Mysore is also accessible. So should you club this with various things, or is it a standalone place to visit?
So my ideal itinerary to visit Chanapatna would be to start off from either Bangalore or Mysore, and on the way, to begin with, you can indulge in some amazing, delicious South Indian food. There are a lot of eateries on the highway, so you can try some amazing vegetarian South Indian dishes. And then you could visit the Janapadaloka. So Janapadaloka is a folk museum that's in Ramnagara, very close to Chanapatna. So it's a museum where they display folk art and culture of Karnataka. And once you're done with that, you can head towards Chanapatna, where you can visit the toy factory. And if you're interested, you can create your own toy with a very nominal fee. And once you're done there, you can also visit Sula Vineyards, which is very close to Chanapatna. So you can do a winery tour and also relax and maybe have lunch there. And then to end your day, you can go to Kanwa Reservoir. So it's a beautiful river. You can just, unwind and relax and maybe enjoy the sunset and also do a small picnic and some bird watching. So this would be my ideal itinerary, where you begin with breakfast and end with sunset. And this is doable from Mysore or from Bangalore.
Okay, so you've essentially described a day trip, Shruti. What about if people want to stay in and around Chanapatna? Would you suggest that they do that, or do you think that it makes sense to stay, like for example, the Sula Vineyard? I know that the Sula Vineyards in Maharashtra, you can actually stay there overnight, or in fact a few days if you would like to do that.
Right. So the Sula Vineyards in Bangalore is not as massive as the one in Maharashtra, but Chanapatna and Ramnagara do have certain two-star hotels, and homestays, of course. But my suggestion would be to either stay in Bangalore or in Mysore.
Okay. All right. So we've described everything that there is to. Just interested to know about the people, though. You've mentioned this factory a couple of times. What are the locals like in Chanapatna, and what kind of interactions can somebody look forward to having?
So the people from Chanapatna are extremely sweet. You can see how dedicated and passionate they are about their work. So when you visit the factory, you can actually have a conversation with the artisans. You can ask them about how their experience has been working in the factories, and how this entire art of toy making was passed on to them from generations. And they are extremely friendly and helpful, and they'll be really happy to see all of us visit them.
Absolutely. It sounds like a great place to visit. Thank you so much, Shruti, for taking the time and for telling us about it. I'm sure some of our viewers have put this on their bucket list already. Thanks once again for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.